I'm Dad.
And I'm Wyatt.
And this is Oshkosh or Bust.
Summertime, maybe my favorite time, better than any other time.
Hi, I'm Wyatt, and this is Oshkosh or Bust. Daddy is at the Lee County Fair taking video.
That's right, Wyatt. We are at the Lee County Fair today. And for this episode of Oshkosh or Bust, we are very excited because this is our last episode from home. Next week, we are going to hit the road for Oshkosh, and we'll be doing some shooting in the truck on the way to Oshkosh. And then, of course, we'll be talking to some of the participants and taking video the day of Pedalventure.
Earlier this weekend, he was talking to Mr. Andy at the EAA Airventure. Now, if you will excuse me, I got some important floating to do. Back to the studio.
All right, hey, joining us today on Oshkosh or Bust, I have the pleasure of speaking with Andy Ovans. He is a membership services rep with the EAA in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Andy, thanks for coming along today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, we are just so pumped up for this Pedalventure event coming up this July at Airventure. This is going to be Wyatt and I's first trip to Oshkosh. It's definitely been on our airshow bucket list for a while. We are just so psyched. I know you work with the EAA mobile experience, and you've got a pedal plane in the works right now. How long have you been working at Airventure or a part of Airventure? Give us a little bit of your history with the airshow itself.
Yeah, so pretty cool. I was actually 2 months old at my first one. I haven't missed one yet, so I've been there a few times. I've been an employee of EAA for it'll be 6 years in October. So it's kind of cool to grow up as a child, coming to the show every year, and now I get to work it. And I worked for a few years on the airshow team, and now I do travel with the marketing side on the mobile experience, and it's a blast connecting with people all over the country. And in my day job, my membership role, talking to people from all over the world. So it's a lot of fun.
Again, this event, Pedalventure, is geared specifically to these pedal planes that, of course, you and I are familiar with. And, of course, if they've been watching our little YouTube show, they're familiar with now. What got you involved? How did this idea of having this pedal plane event this year at Airventure kind of come to be?
So, with the Facebook page, we were kind of watching the Yes Flyers in the UK having a little gathering and calling it a world record gathering attempt. And I'm going to blame Rob Peterson for this because I saw him make a comment one day, and he says, I could set the record, a third of it by myself. And it really got the gears turning, and we, I reached out to him, and then when he immediately was on board, turned around and I contacted you, and I contacted a couple other folks, and everybody was all for it, and really started getting the ball rolling. We originally wanted to try it in March, and then we just couldn't get things together, and we realized, hey, Oshkosh Airventure, it's the biggest event on the planet. Why don't we do it at Oshkosh? And everybody was like, yeah, maybe kind of, sort of. And then about 48 hours later, I was getting messages left and right, like, we're doing this. We got to do it. We're making plans. So
I got to tell you
how the thing, really got off the ground.
I got to tell you that morning in March, if I remember right, the original date was March 12th, and my birthday is March 10th, and I thought that was going to be the best gift ever. And you sent me that Facebook message on that Sunday morning. I'm glad you couldn't see me, but I immediately got out of bed and did a victory dance when I figured out that we were doing this thing at Airventure. That was a great gift. I could not have had a better birthday gift.
I love to hear that because there's one thing about Airventure, and I love sharing it with people. And for many people, there's only one way to truly see it, and that's live. You can see all the YouTube videos, you can see everything else, and it's just absolutely impressive. So I'm glad your first trip, I kind of heard you say it's a once in a lifetime trip, but I have a feeling you're going to have, Wyatt won't let you not visit in the future. So
right,
it's going to be exciting. It's really fun.
Do you have any idea what the number is? This group in Great Britain, I think they had 20 some aircraft. Is that correct? Do you have any idea where we need to be to beat the UK group?
Yeah, so I believe it's 25 is the number to break it. And right now I've got a solid 33 on the list.
Okay.
There's two more that say they're coming, but they're hoofing it to get done in time.
And one
Which
of
is really cool, because even the full scale guys, the guys that are flying these real airplanes in, they're also trying the same thing. You know, there's a ton of really high end airplanes trying to get finished up for Oshkosh, so it's a lot of fun. I love it.
One of the things that I've been really interested to watch is there's a gentleman from, I believe it's Ireland, that is packing up his pedal plane to come over and join us. And just yesterday we got an update from him in the pedal plane group. So this is going to be an international event. It just pleased me to no end to see that.
Yeah, Andre's bringing his Pete and pole, and I am amped up to see. I thought for a while, I was like, yeah, we'll see. And then when he posted it yesterday, I was blown away. I'm really looking forward to meeting him, and you know, kind of going back to why this whole thing started is what we really hope happens is we hope to have a future back and forth between us and them with kind of one-upping each other, and it's all about having fun, and it's all about the kids. I know we as adults get a kick out of building these things, but really it's ultimately we're hoping that this does continue down the road and we can go back and forth and have a lot of fun with it.
Let's talk a little bit about the day of the event. It's going to be July the 25th up there at Oshkosh. And I know that Gary Sampson, who is currently running the pedal plane page out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa here, which is kind of a matter of pride for us coming up from the Hawkeye State. But I know Gary's always got a booth up there, and we're going to meet there. But kind of walk us through what the day is going to be like once we all get on the grounds.
Yeah, so we have a little background on the event. We do get about 500,000 people, and we're the largest fly-in in the world, so we do get 10,000 aircraft to come into the airport. So from the time you pull off the highway and you start seeing that airport, you're going to see airplanes and people everywhere. It's amazing when you get off the highway. We've got probably 4 or 5 Bell 47 helicopters. You'll see them in a constant pattern over the grounds. Parking, once you get to your parking spot, it's just airplanes. It's just complete immersion in everything aviation. And you know, once you get through the gates, there's a trade show component to it. From 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock, there's an air show component, and I like to say we're the Grand Ole Opry of aviation. So we have the best of the best. It's an invite-only event, and so we have the best performers on the planet performing for us. And again, as you were talking about international, we've got international folks, you know, coming from all over the globe. And then Wednesday and Saturday are going to be. We have our big night air shows. So, you know, our pedal plane event's going to take place in between the air shows, but it's really going to be bookended by 2 of the best air shows in the world. An insane fireworks show ends with the Wall of Fire. So it's just one of those things you don't want to miss. There is just so much going on throughout the day. I always have my itinerary of things I want to see, and half of it gets done because I have ADD when it comes to aviation, and I always get pulled in a different direction. So it will be just a complete, you know, if you're a remote control guy, we've got something for you. If you're a helicopter guy, a light sport, military aircraft, vintage aircraft, we've got everything. And, you know, this year we've got what's shaping up to be a lot of unique aircraft just coming out of restoration. There's a lot of cool airplanes that will be making the trip to Oshkosh that are just, you know, as we say, it's only an Oshkosh type experience. So
before we get too far gone here, you've got a pedal plane in progress. I think you told me that you are modifying one of the Pitts special kits to look like Sean Tucker's Oracle. How's that going for you?
It's going, you know, it's nice and hot here in Wisconsin, so you know, we got the distraction of the pool and everything else. But
it's a good distraction.
You know, I should have it done here. You know, it's. I love the hot weather, so I'm not complaining. But I should have it done here in about a week or so. You know, of course, we're full bore at Oshkosh, so free time is limited, but yeah, it's highly modified. It's stretched. It's I've taken way too many. I could have built a real one in the time it's taken me to build this stupid thing, but as just building these things, there's trials and errors and new ways to do better in different things, and I've kind of taken those liberties of learning from my mistakes and continuing on. So yeah, it's going to be pretty wild. I contacted Sean. This is rumored to be his last year in that little red biplane. Yeah, I contacted Sean, and they sent me a piece of the airplane to color match it. So, Sean's team is on board, and the Oracle guys are really looking forward to seeing the finished product. So,
well, we are certainly looking forward to it. We can't wait to see everybody and put faces to everybody that contributes to the pedal plane group there on Facebook. We hope those guys have been enjoying watching as well. I thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule, Andy, for talking with us today. I really appreciate it.
Hey, it's my pleasure. I'm just tickled that I got a couple people to respond to a silly Facebook Messenger request a few months ago, and here we are like 9 months later, and this thing's about to become reality. So I'm just amazed at the amount of response we've gotten. So I thank you as well. You guys have been awesome to chat with, and I look forward to meeting you all.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Andy Ovans. He's the event coordinator behind Pedalventure, which will take place at this year's EAA Airventure in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. It's really been a group effort, though. A lot of guys are coming together to make this happen, and we will see you there. Thanks for joining us, Andy.
Hey, thank you.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching and subscribing. And the next time you see us, we will be on the road to Wisconsin. And it will be either Oshkosh or